podcast channel Neighbourhood Celebs. Today I have a very exciting neighbor of mine, Sonal Gupta. She is a young entrepreneur, a baker, and a certified yoga teacher, a spiritual person, and also a clinical hypnotherapist. So, what excites me about her is how she has been able to do so many things at such a young age, and it's very difficult to see young entrepreneurs like this following a spiritual journey and now serving the people with honing her skills as a clinical hypnotherapist. Here we have Sonal Gupta.
Thank
Hey
you, thank
Sonal,
you.
welcome to my show.
Thank you so much. Thank
How
you
are
for
you doing
such a
today?
warm introduction. I'm doing very well. How are you?
That's good. Thanks. Sonal, tell me this. um, at your age, I very rarely see people getting into this journey of entrepreneurship. They seek a job, or pursue their studies, higher studies. But what got you into this entrepreneurial journey? And also tell me and our audience on what is that you do.
Okay. So I think it's also a calling that a lot of people have. So people start off as young as maybe 12, 13. I see young kids getting into entrepreneurial journey. For me, I got a bit of a head start. My mom has been my inspiration. She started way back. It's been almost 10, 15 years that she's been on this path. And I also did my engineering. I joined a job, but then I always had this, itch to sort of get into the business side of things.
Hmm.
And then, yes, I just took the leap. I
Right.
kept thinking to myself, if I keep waiting, I'm never going to do it. So might as well just take that leap of faith. And I jumped into it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did this happen? How many years it's been?
So it's been around 4, 5 years that
Okay.
I quit my job and I joined the business. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's your baking
Bakery. Yes.
bakery,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Right. Tell us about it.
So my mom started as a home baker,
Uh-huh.
from baking like one cake a day, delivering it, coming back and baking another cake. So I used to
Mm.
see all that hustle that she used to do.
Okay.
And it was very exciting for me how she was able to build this network and connect with corporates.
Mm.
And yeah, so when I quit my job, I wanted to sort of, fill in her shoes, but again, I didn't know too much.
Mm.
So then I decided to learn. I did my
Mm.
diploma in patisserie. I went to France. I worked as a pastry chef.
Nice.
And
Okay.
then I came back and he sort of expanded. And yes, since then it's been
Mm.
a journey.
Good. How
Yeah.
many branches do you have in Bangalore right now?
So currently we have one branch, but we are looking to expand.
Oh, nice,
Yes.
nice. Very good, very good. Yes, I do see, quite at least in my company, there are a few. I've seen quite a few orders coming in from your
Okay,
bakery.
yeah,
Yeah,
wonderful.
so that's good. Good to know. So beyond this, so we first got introduced as yoga teachers doing a yoga camp here. So how did that shift happen, right, in terms of spirituality, yoga? How did you get into that line?
So life was pretty hectic. Every day was sort of hectic, and I was wondering, okay, you somewhere question, okay, what is the purpose of my life? Those sort of questions starts coming to you. So I think it started coming to me way earlier in life.
Yeah.
And then things are not going well for me in a way. I can say maybe all areas of my life.
Mm.
Maybe I can say health, relationships, family.
Mm.
Nothing felt content. I was
Mm.
not really feeling good about anything.
Mm.
So then I decided, okay, let me just take off. And yeah, so I took that call and I took off to Rishikesh. I initially went there for a month, but the atmosphere, the energy, the vibration was so high there that I decided to stay another month. And
Mm.
I did my 500 hours yoga teachers training at one
Lovely.
shot. It was a beautiful experience. I met the most amazing people. The amazing thing about Rishikesh is that at least the place I was staying, Tapovan, that either there are students who are learning yoga, or there are people teaching yoga, or there is, everybody's in a spirituality. So any sort of contact is just so amazing, so enlightening on every level. So and then
Mm.
again, being beside the Ganga River,
Right,
that was a
right.
beautiful. So I think my
Wonderful.
wheel of healing started spinning since then, and yeah,
Mm.
I've been on that path. I knew that I I need to know more. I kept studying about it, different things I got to know.
Mm.
So yeah, since then I've been on this path.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Right. Now, Sonal, let's talk about something that will excite our audience more, and also it's exciting for me to hear this recent Kaun Banega Crorepati project. I would say, um, how did this happen? You sharing screen on the hot seat with the great Amitabh Bachchan. Um, Tell me about that experience. How did it happen?
So it really happened out of the blue. Like till even when I was sitting over there, I'm like, okay, is this really happening? It felt really surreal. It felt like I'm sitting behind the television. I'm seeing Mr. Amitabh Bachchan there. But yeah, it was pretty random because I've heard people keep trying for 20 years, and my dad is like, "What do you think you'll get it?" But I'm like, okay, let me just give it a shot because I've been watching KBC since I was what 10 years, 5 years old maybe. I still remember I used to take down questions when, he used to say the questions on the screen. So yeah, I just tried on television. Those questions used to come, I registered, and then they called me to Mumbai, there was a written round, PI, and this
Mm.
happened way back in May.
Right,
And I got a call only in November, so I thought it's not happening. But then one day they just called me, and I'm like, okay, is it a scam or something? But then no, I started getting a lot of calls about
right, right.
yeah, and then yeah, it all happened. It was amazing. It was brilliant.
Mm,
More than
mm, mm,
anything
mm,
else,
mm, mm.
being in the same room as Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, oh my God, he has such an aura
Mm,
to him, and at the age of 82,
mm,
so fit, so active, so witty. You
mm.
cannot stop smiling in his
Yeah,
presence.
yeah,
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 I was blown away.
yeah. So, did it involve a lot of preparation and
So
in
I
terms
didn't
of?
get a lot of time because firstly I thought I'm not getting in because I didn't get any call for the longest time. And
Mm,
then when I did get a call, then there was a lot of preparation about, okay, we have to go all the way, we have to, get our costumes ready, all of that started happening. So no, I think what I did prepare also was not of any use as such. Whatever I have like, gained knowledge in my last 31 years, that's what helped me.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like preparing for an entrance examinations or a
We
competitive
can do
examination. Is
that
that
when there's a syllabus, but there's no syllabus here, right?
syllabus?
You can ask
Yeah.
out of anywhere. So yeah,
Right, right,
yeah.
right. Good, good, good. That's very interesting. Good. Now, from here, I we met last month, and then you were talking about hypnotherapy. This was this move was something I did not expect. And how did this happen, right? Yoga, and then entrepreneurship, and now into clinical hypnotherapy. What is this clinical hypnotherapy, and how did you get into it? Uh, Share that, and then let's talk more about it.
So by nature, I'm a very curious person, and from the time I had gone to Rishikesh, I started becoming more self-aware. We used to do a lot of meditations there, and then I started getting to know a lot about myself. Post that, I also did Vipassana, where we got ample amount of time to sort of, look within and not look outward.
Introspect and
Introspect, yes. So I got very interested in psychology in general. I used to read a lot of books.
mm,
And at one point, I even started looking up psychology colleges. I wanted to do my bachelor's again and all of that.
right.
But then it seemed a bit difficult because I also have a business to run. So getting full time into studying would be a bit hard. And then I just bumped into this place called Antarman, which is in Domlur, and they offer hypnotherapy at Domlur. And at that point, I again had sort of like a low period where I started feeling very anxious, and I wanted to do something about because this is something I've had since childhood, my anxiety, and I've sort of managed it somehow with yoga, with a lot of other things, but it kept coming back to me. It was not getting resolved at once. So I thought, okay, let me give hypnotherapy a try, and that was mind blowing. They say like probably 20, 30 regular therapy sessions is equal to one hypnotherapy session. And I really
Okay,
felt that. I took
okay.
5 sessions, and it's interesting that I have always had a problem with anxiety, with public speaking, with stage fear. I've never been a confident person all my life, and sort of situations around me reconfirmed that people not giving me the opportunity, or I'm
Mm,
getting an opportunity and not being good enough, thinking I'm not good enough. And
Mm.
once I took hypnotherapy, then KBC showed in my universe. Like I got the biggest stage
Oh,
to be on. So
okay, okay.
it was
So
very interesting
hypnotherapy happened before
before
KBC.
KBC.
Okay, okay,
Like I
okay.
took sessions before KBC.
All
So
right,
it's
okay,
very
okay.
interesting
That's
how when something changes within, the universe also changes around you. It's like what you're feeling within is also manifesting outside you.
exactly. So that's what I was. So you said as a child you were seeing Kaun Banega Crorepati started.
Yes.
I
But I
think
would never
that
imagine to be
exactly.
on
So
that stage.
I think that manifestation happened once you clear your inner toxins, and then
Sort of,
sort
because
of
we have these
you have a
limiting beliefs about ourselves.
hmm,
I'm not good enough. How can I be on such a big stage? I
hmm,
cannot speak well. So many
hmm,
limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves, and when we have this about ourselves, then
hmm,
people around us also reconfirm that for you. People will
hmm,
tell you that you are
hmm,
not good enough, and you will
hmm,
take it so deeply. And if someone comes and tells you no, you're confident, you will reject it because you have a different belief about yourself.
exactly,
So with
exactly.
hypnotherapy, you can rewire your subconscious and
Hmm,
replace these negative beliefs with positive beliefs. You start believing that no, I am capable, I am confident, I can
yeah,
speak on any platform,
exactly.
I can be the president of US. Anything is possible, right?
Agree,
Everything is
agree,
possible.
agree.
So
And
that's
we
what.
also you have this imposter syndrome,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not good
So
enough, right? Yeah,
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
So
all of that, I worked a lot on myself, and that sort of changed, and things started changing around me. Like after KBC, everybody, the one thing that everybody had to say that, oh my God, Sonal, you're so confident, you spoke so well, so
yeah,
elegant. It
yeah,
felt like you're having a regular chat with Amitabh, but
yeah,
like you meet him every day. So all
yeah,
of this was like, oh my God, is this really
yeah.
me? But I worked on myself before that. Yeah, I was
Right.
not always that person.
That's good to hear,
Yeah.
right? And yes, you sound really really confident and very very good. Okay, uh, tell me this: what is hypnotherapy?
Okay. So, before I get into hypnotherapy, I would want to speak a little about the mind, so it'll be easier for everyone to understand. So, when we think about the mind, right, we think that it's all about the logical things that we say and do, the things we do on a daily basis, and all the decisions we take. We think they're very logical. But what if I tell you the logical mind is just 8 to 10% of our total mind? That's
Okay.
the conscious mind. 90% of our mind is our subconscious mind,
Oh.
and it's like the RAM and the hard disk.
Hmm.
So this hard disk, the subconscious mind, holds all the memories, all the beliefs, right from when we were in our mother's womb.
Oh.
We say, right, Abhimanyu learned
The chakra view.
the chakra view from the mother's womb. So
Hmm.
that's true. So the
Hmm.
child hears everything, all the things happening around the child, hearing everything.
Hmm.
So from there on, and even past life,
Hmm.
there is a primitive mind which holds data of our DNA, of our ancestors, and past life.
Hmm.
So all of this is stored in our mind, and as we grow up, we are absorbing beliefs around us, and unintentionally those are becoming our core beliefs,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So say for example, suppose a child is not able to speak too well
Hmm.
as a young child, 3 years old, and somebody comes and says, yeah, you're not speaking well. So
Hmm.
now this is, it's being stored in the subconscious mind. Grows
Right.
up 14, 15 years old, was on a stage, probably fumbled, and the teacher was like, come down, you're not speaking well.
Hmm.
Reconfirmed. And
Hmm.
now when he's in office or he's giving a presentation, even if he's doing well, there is like an inner voice, there's a background voice, no, you're not doing well, you're not good enough, you might fumble.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
without, before anyone says anything, he'll probably back out from that presentation. He'll be like, no, I
Hmm.
don't want to give it. There is fear,
Hmm.
there's anxiety. So all of
Hmm.
these are beliefs that are very core to us, they are
Hmm.
ingrained in us.
Hmm.
And that 3-year-old child was not told that no, it's okay, you're speaking well, or the 3-year-old child didn't have the resources to deal with that situation. So
Hmm.
as an adult of today, when there's a trigger in the environment, my 3-year-old child is again at the surface with the
Hmm.
same emotions. We say, right, I was behaving like a child, or this person was behaving like a
Hmm.
child. It is really that child who's
Hmm.
not spoken to, who's not heard, and needs to
Hmm.
be heard someday. Otherwise it'll
Hmm.
keep coming up. It's like a spring on the sofa. The more you try to suppress it, the more it's going to spring up.
Right.
Right. So
Right. Right.
hypnotherapy helps us access that subconscious mind,
Okay.
release those frozen emotions,
Okay.
and rewire,
Okay.
change those negative beliefs into positive beliefs. It's
Okay.
like if this person, we have a critical filter between our conscious mind and subconscious mind.
Hmm.
If a person has this core belief,
Hmm.
no, I cannot speak well,
Hmm.
and if a person comes and tells the person that no, you can speak well, it will outright reject that because
Hmm.
it does not believe it. But if another person comes and tells, yes, you are nervous, you are timid, you are introvert, you can't speak well, it will immediately absorb it and make it like 6,000 times more. Because subconscious mind can do that, can magnify what it
Oh,
already believes.
okay.
So
Okay.
that's why it's sort of like a spiral. We keep spiraling down,
Okay. Okay.
and
Okay.
things keep getting worse, and we eventually reach a breakdown.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
hypnotherapy helps us do that. It helps us. So most of the problems that we see, it starts in our mind first. It's first the thought, emotion, feeling, then it sort of manifests in a physical body. So the body is trying to communicate with you, okay, there is something wrong. So a lot, like mostly all of the diseases are somewhere psychosomatic. Has to do with what you're feeling, how your body is talking to you. What is the Now there's a migraine. You can keep treating the migraine with painkillers, but if the triggers in the environment are the same, it's going to keep coming back until you treat the root cause. What is causing that migraine? And it's most likely a suppressed emotion or a dilemma or something of that sort. So this is what hypnotherapy deals with. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. And is there a specific duration that someone has to take this therapies? So my understanding, these are one-on-one sessions
Yes.
with
Yes.
where you interact with the client
Yes.
and then try to understand solve the problem. So is there any specific
So
durations
we
or?
recommend minimum 5 sessions to see a
Hmm.
meaningful impact, and also the journey of every client is very different because each one has a very unique journey, unique life. They've had unique life, they've had unique challenges,
Hmm.
but some of these core beliefs are very common.
Hmm.
So the therapy program is such that it's 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 similar, it's general, but also very specific to each one of them. So
Hmm.
depending upon what their objective is, when do they want to reach it, and as a therapist, what I think is better for them, we start with minimum 5 sessions and then we take it from there.
Okay, okay, all right. And say, we do this therapies, a person sees an improvement or comes out of this trauma or the issue they have. Um, is it a one-time thing? Is it a one-time treatment, or is there a possibility that this type of issues may crop up again, and they may have to continue this kind of
So
a
it again
treatment?
depends person to person. When we say we are getting to the subconscious mind, treating the root of the problem, if the root is healed, then there's very less chance of it coming back with that amplitude, with that magnitude, right? So it's like you will still remember all those memories, any traumatic experience, but you will not feel that somatic charge. It's like people are talking about something and they start tearing up, right? Because that somatic charge is still so high in them.
Okay,
And once
okay.
they've released all of that, they can still talk about it. They won't forget anything, but it'll be like talking about someone else. Like, okay, this has happened, right? That somatic charge is not there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and we also, it's we don't want you to be in therapy all your life. So we do teach you techniques how you can help yourself. There's self hypnosis, which is
Okay,
an amazing tool that we teach during the therapy sessions,
okay,
which you can use on daily basis,
okay, okay.
which I still use. I still do that before sleeping every night.
Ah,
Yes.
nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Does it involve a lot of meditation?
So yes,
And
it is. It's a so when I'm meditating, my mind is always going haywire, thinking 100 thoughts. Self hypnosis is highly focused, and we sort of ingrain a suggestion that we want to. Suppose I want to be a confident speaker, so I am a confident speaker. I speak fluently, clearly, with confidence. So I'm going to hear the suggestion with there's a process to it. 21 days, I hear it every day. So now it becomes my belief.
so the affirmations.
Sort of like affirmations, yes,
Okay, okay, all right.
but in a more effective way, something that I
Okay,
will believe, not just like, okay, I'm a confident person. Yeah.
understood,
Yeah.
understood. Okay, okay, all right. So, someone wants to take up hypnotherapy. What are the kind of people, or rather, what are the issues people are seeking solutions for? Should reach out to a hypnotherapist.
I think there is anything to do with emotions. They feel sometimes we don't realize that how a certain thing has cropped up in our life. Okay, so I'll give you a very simple example. If somebody is dealing with issues in relationship, they should go back and check how how their relationship has been with their mother, because that was the first relationship we had in this life. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody is having issues in their career or money issues, they should go back and check the relationship with their father, because father is a representation of all the providing, protecting, the money coming in.
Correct,
So yeah, they're like everything has an emotional root cause.
Right.
So I
Right.
I feel it's for anybody and everybody wanting to heal, wanting to be better,
Hmm.
wanting to stop seeing the same patterns in their life, wanting to heal basically.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Understood. Understood. So there's a lot of hesitation in terms of people having certain issues opening up, right? First thing is they don't realize that they have an issue. Second, even if they realize that they have an issue, they are very hesitant to um, reach out to a therapist. I see that, right? So how many patients do you see? It's very, very small compared to the
There is
number of problems we see around
and
us,
the number of
right?
people you see in hospitals.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly, exactly.
So we
So
have a
how
tendency
do you
to
think?
really like hit the bottom and then we seek for a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
solution. But things are changing. I see things are changing. People's mindset are changing. Our parents are changing. They are now open to therapy. They realize everything. If it's not like only if you see a physical wound, only then it's a problem. If
Hmm,
somebody is struggling, now companies are giving mental health leaves. So
correct.
yes, things are improving. Things are getting becoming better,
Hmm,
but yeah, there is some resistance to see a therapist. Oh my god, I'm taking therapy, I have a mental problem. So all of that
hmm.
is still there. But so our organization Antarman came up with a model called Coffee with Coach, where we have this spiritual cafe. We have therapies on the menu like we have food items, and there is a therapist available there. You can just order a cup of coffee and the therapist will sit with you and talk with you.
Wow,
So it's
interesting.
as therapy is as easy as going and getting a coffee.
Okay, well, that's
Yes,
a
and then
that's
if
a
they want to
thing.
take it forward, they can obviously sign up for the sessions. But that initial resistance is we're trying to remove that.
Mm,
Yes,
mm,
yeah.
mm, mm. Good, good, good. Yes, I think there's a lot of education and awareness that has to be built to people around us.
Mm.
But this is very very true and exciting way of treating mental issues.
Yes.
You've whatever path you've taken, and all the very best
Thank you so
in your
much.
in your journey. And I'm sure you're going to help a lot of people transform, come out of their trauma, um, continue to inspire us around. You are certainly a amazing neighborhood celeb,
Thank you so much.
and I'm glad that I had this conversation with you. All the very
I had
best,
an
Sonal.
amazing time as well.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you
a
so
part of
much.
the show.
Thank you. Thank you.